Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. This is your weekly wrap up with Councilwoman Torres. We are missing Cons again this week. No worries. We are working with him to figure out when he can get back with us. But I appreciate that you're here. Want to use this time to run through what's happened in City Council this week, maybe some things to look forward to over the weekend. So thanks for joining us. We had a lot that happened on Monday at City Council's meeting. We were voting on whether or not to send to the ballot a franchise agreement with Xcel Energy. So it's been 20 years, almost 20 years, since the last one was passed, and they last 20 years. So our current agreement was established in 2006, and it takes us through next year, through 2026. So there was a lot of discussion about why we would or would not approve it this year. So even though that did not pass, there's still opportunity to send a new agreement to voters next year. But what does it do, right? So the franchise agreement establishes basically the rules of engagement for when Xcel needs to do utility work in the city and county of Denver, and when we need Xcel to move utilities for city projects. So this might come into play heavily for bond projects, overall street infrastructure projects, sometimes affordable housing projects. No doubt a number of new conversations will begin to get ready for that in 2026. Another item that we passed through, we approved Head Start contracts. Those were for Catholic Charities, Clayton Early Learning, and for Denver Public Schools, totaling almost $8 million. And so that was a great piece to keep those programs going. If you're a part of Head Start, I know you appreciate all of the work that they do throughout the city. So thank you to Head Start and to Office of Children's Affairs. And then we had two election proposals that had public hearings on Monday night. The first was around ranked choice voting. This is where you rank of all of the candidates in a particular race, your first, second, third, fourth preferred candidates. And if your first candidate does not make it into the top, they start shuffling the second and third and fourth based on voting outcomes as they come. These do not end up needing a runoff election, but that one did not pass. I was a no vote on that one. And then the other one was turning the two at-large seats into two separate races. So if you remember when you voted for at-larges in 2023, you voted for two people in one category, in one race, and the top two winners of votes were elected into those two seats that represent the whole city. So the proposal is to turn those into two separate races, maybe at-large A and at-large B, and it did pass first reading, so final vote will be on that one on Monday. I was also a no vote on that one. I think the system is really excellent the way that we have it, and I think voters know who they like and who they're voting for when you get to have two people who represent you citywide. So if you don't already kind of follow your at-large members, they are Councilwoman Sarah Parody and Councilwoman Serrana Gonzalez Gutierrez. They represent the whole city. So if you're in District 3, you have 3 council reps, and same for every other district in the city. One thing that I wanted to comment on really quickly, because it is, we have a bit of a dark cloud hanging over the city with current budget cuts, resulting in planned layoffs next year. And we anticipate those will happen early next week, or at least begin early next week. We've been notified recently of what kind of severance packages employees would be offered if they're set to be laid off. This is a really awful kind of outcome right now of some of our financial outlook, because we are not seeing as much sales tax come through as the city might have predicted a year ago when we approved the budget. And so what is true for me as a former city employee of 18 years is just my heart and my solidarity with all city employees. I think everything that we do, everything that you call us for, people respond to. People are answering phones. People are responding to 911 calls, to fill requests or respond to needs. those are all people that do that. We don't have robots in the city in all of our spaces. And so I really do have all of my empathy for the incredible city employees who, many of whom will face an email next week that says they don't report to their job the next day. It's not something that any of us wanted to see happen this year or at any point in time, especially after COVID, because we knew that that was already difficult for so many of our city employees who worked in the emergency outreach center during COVID, who were part of help standing up vaccine clinics, who were staffing rec centers when we were receiving migrants from Texas. They were all city employees who were doing that. And so the heart and the passion that they give to the city is unmatched. I am proud to be among them as city employees, and just want to make sure that folks are very aware of that kind of heaviness that's hanging over us next week. I do want to share a couple things. The Santa Fe Streetscape, which is included in the bond that's coming in November to the voters. They will have some upcoming office hours, so you can find out how the project is moving forward, what the plans look like, what would be delivered. The next one is coming up August 21st from 3 to 6 p.m. and it'll be held at the Center for Visual Art on Santa Fe Drive. This particular open house is focused on businesses of the corridor, but if you live nearby, our Department of Transportation and Infrastructure will also be meeting with the Neighborhood Association in the coming weeks. So we will make sure to announce when that opportunity will be available. But if you have any questions, please reach out to our office. And then we love Museo de las Americas. And also on August 21st, they will open a new exhibit called Museo es tu casa. This exhibit explores the concept of hospitality in Latin American culture and all of the ways in which hospitality is found when in vocation, in personal journeys, family, social structures, history, community, traditions, and beyond. This exhibit recognizes the diverse contributions of Latinos throughout the U.S., throughout the lens of hospitality. And this will run for 1 month from August 21st to September 21st at Museo de las Americas on Santa Fe Drive. That's it from us this week. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to reach out to us. Call 311 for city complaints or city work that's needed. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, everyone.